Five, four, three, two, one. Rangers in space! Welcome back to E3 Actions with Ryan and Cameron on the Bakery, where Cameron is here to give you insightful information about video games and the play thereof, and I'm here to shout memes like a horrible little shit goblin and be ignorant about everything.
That's right, Ryan.
Welcome to the Old Time Radio.
Oh, yeah. So we just got done doing our recording for the Microsoft.
Right, that was about 2.5 hours of us blasting out our asses.
Yeah, it was about an hour and a half of them blasting out of their ass and us blasting onto their asses.
And if you got one thing from it, it's Fire Randy Pitchford.
Fire Randy Pitchford.
All right, so we're going to do Bethesda next.
Yes, Bethesda, they gotta pull themselves out of a goddamn ditch.
Oh, yeah. It's about 76 inches deep.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So, I think no big spoilers there. We're gonna get some Doom Eternal.
Yeah.
We're gonna get some Doom Eternal. We might get some Wolfensteins, because there was a new one that was announced last year.
Yeah.
Who knows? Star, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
And Elder Scrolls 6 might make an appearance. I think they'd be foolish to bring those up right now. Because both of those are suspect. With them basically claiming, hey, we're going to keep using the same engine for every game we make from this point forward.
Yeah.
Where our spaceships fly like dragons. And breathe fire.
Like dragons.
Like Skylinks. But yeah, I think we're going to have some... I'm interested. Hopefully we won't... I love the man. Hopefully we will not have a live Andrew WK performance.
Yeah.
He does not perform well live.
Yeah.
Rage 2 came out, people. Did you know that?
Rage 2 came out.
Anyways, let's get on with the conference here.
I sure am happy to listen to Todd Howard tell me to buy Skyrim again.
3. Yeah, it's going to be on Stadia. 3, 2, 1, begin! We have 3 different countdowns in our recording sessions.
I know, it's great.
3, 2, 1. All right, let's begin the 2-minute video of us telling us how much we love our workers.
Nah, see, it should have just immediately started up with the Skyrim opening.
So, caught you going over the border, did they?
There is no game without the players.
Really, it all comes down to you.
Yeah. Fallout 76 doesn't exist without its players.
We sure do love you, modders who make our games good.
There's no one to play.
No one to interact with it.
Oh yeah, Blades came out too.
But did it really, though?
Keep us in check.
I was, again, a game I was kind of excited for, but I've heard is very microtransaction heavy.
Yeah, Blades came out. Now wait 8 hours to actually play it when the loot box you need opens.
Oh god, it pulled a Harry Potter. No.
Your feedback sometimes challenges us, but
Oddly enough, though, and I think it's because it's a different developer.
Yeah.
Apparently, Elder Scrolls Online has only gotten better with time.
Yeah, ZeniMax are the guys who develop it, and they've done a pretty good job. I've played it a little bit. My biggest problem is that the laptop that I play games on isn't really good at like running a lot of more modern games. Like anything super hard makes it chug and try to burn itself down.
I'm Dana Christo, and
But it was pretty fun. It's a different MMO experience.
and now I'm game director.
And I remember when that game came out, it was really kind of universally panned.
Yeah.
And any company that can not only turn it around, but keep it alive after doing that. Because, you know, think of how many games have been like, it's not that great. Then they get a turnaround, but they're immediately shut down afterwards because it's not enough of a turnaround.
Yeah.
Evolve, actually, not an MMO, but it comes to mind.
Yeah.
I loved Evolve. And then Stage 2 came out, and I was enraptured with it. And it didn't make enough. It didn't do well enough.
Yeah.
Yep. I see some of those shots from Elder Scrolls, and I keep thinking it's Dragon Age, and I get confused. I'm actually kind of, now that I realize it,
Yeah.
I think Dragon Age 4 might be canceled. Microsoft was probably the last chance we were going to see it this year. It didn't show up at EA, and it didn't show up there.
I hope that it's just BioWare has like taken a lot of the shit from Anthem and decided, no, we're not going to show something until it's actually ready.
They don't have a choice if EA says show it.
I really think...
Have you heard the horror tales of how Anthem's development went along?
Yeah. I hope some of that splashback on EA when they're like, hey, don't let us show this. It won't work out for you.
Yeah. The fucking EA apparently saying that, oh, he was in the crowd, Ryan!
That's amazing!
Them like saying, oh yeah, that game had development like 5 times in a row. Like we started over 5 different times.
Yeah. Hopefully they're just using that to take their time.
I hope. I mean, granted, no one who worked on Dragon Age Origins is working at BioWare right now, so they're all moved over to like Obsidian.
Thank everyone watching around the world to tuning in to watch our 5th annual E3 showcase.
You're welcome.
5th annual. Okay, God, they're clapping.
Please clap.
Please clap.
This past year, you fought demons on Mars and Nazis in America. You
Yes.
were assassins in the Empire, adventurers in Tamriel, and survivors. A lot of us. And survivors in the Wasteland.
No, they weren't. You paid those people.
You paid so many people. They paid the one fan to be there.
And then they banned him.
And however you choose to play. And that's the key. You take the worlds that we create and you make them yours.
You make them work.
With other players, with
I'm going to try not to be too cynical when we actually get to the gameplay here, but this guy is just saying nonsense.
Yep.
Like, no, Fallout 76 was in no means a success. Todd Howard himself said we failed.
You mean everything to us.
That's why we release buggy products.
That's why we banned you from our games. I can't keep it inside. I'm trying to lock it away, Ryan.
Listen, they've dug themselves such a deep shithole.
It's like a cynicism constipation.
When I first started, one of my first responsibilities was moderating the community forums, chatting with you, and keeping you up to date on our games.
Yes, Kitty, Bethesda is dumb.
Because it was the perfect reminder of why we do what we do. And like so many others at Bethesda, I've spent a lot of time with you at events around the world.
Look at that
I've enjoyed meeting so many of you and getting your thoughts and feedback. So tonight, we'll be taking time throughout the show
Watch
to
me
hear
drink a
directly
juice
from
box.
some of you in the Bethesda community. We are
Fucking
thrilled
Final
tonight
Pam
to
shows
show
up
our
on that
fans
screen.
The lineup of great games we've been creating just for you, including the premiere.
There actually was
of some
a
exciting new games,
Monster Factory
and we'll go
reference
deep
in
on Doom Eternal.
76.
Oh, yay, Doom. One of the franchises we haven't fucked up.
Because it's not developed by Bethesda.
If you're ready, let's kick it off. And to get an update from our friends at one of the most celebrated development studios in the world, Bethesda Game Studios. Please welcome studio head and my good friend, Todd Howard.
Todd Liar!
Hi, Todd. I still haven't bought Skyrim.
Remember last year when you were all like kind of humble and making jokes about how your studio does bad things? And then they did a really big bad thing?
Thank you.
Where's my canvas tote bag, Todd?
Where's my canvas tote bag?
See everybody. We have had an incredibly exciting year at Bethesda Game Studios.
That's a
That's
description
the
of
way to
it.
describe it,
So
Todd!
much excitement, impressed you're still here.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Actually, over the last year, we've had over 60 million players in our games, our most ever.
60.
And it's all of you.
And we banned half of them.
It's
Whoa.
all of you who have made these worlds what they are.
Quite literally, by modding
By
all the problems
modding.
out of it.
What? What about it?
Please take Fallout 76. We have
Please
so
take
many
it.
unsold
Please, we have
copies.
so many.
Please.
A type
It was
of
discounted
game
to $20 on the
we've never
release
done
week.
before. Had a lot of difficulties.
Yes,
at
you
launch.
did. It's the same
we got-
engine.
A lot of well-deserved criticism.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, you did. Todd.
But the team kept working on it, and
Did
you
they?
kept playing it. And
For
through
some
all of
reason.
that, something amazing has happened. It's
When we
thanks to
hadn't
all
banned
of
you.
This game has one of the best online communities we've ever seen.
No, it doesn't.
Hey,
survival game where you can do
it's-
whatever you want.
It's
and everybody
easy to have a good online community when there's only 15 people on the
They
game.
don't go on killing griefing sprees. They leave food and water for the newbies and wave to each other. I don't know about you. This should give us all hope for humanity when the apocalypse does come.
I will say this, occasionally the people who do still play this broken-ass mess of a game are really interesting. Like the guy who surrounded himself with allies and declared himself a raid boss and said if you killed him, you'd get all his stuff.
Is that because they don't have a raid boss in the game?
No, if you nuke something, it turns into a dragon or some shit. I don't know.
#1 mobile game after Fallout Shelter. Absolutely incredible.
Well,
Hey,
yeah,
hey, Todd, you remember that time that your servers accidentally rolled over and you locked out all the nuclear weapon facilities in Fallout 76? That was hilarious.
I should mention that, like, I know about Blades being problematic at its launch. I don't know if it's improved since then. I don't know if they've actually changed anything.
I have heard nothing.
Unlike 76, I haven't heard a lot of vocal stuff about
And
Blades.
thanks again to all of you for making Blades #1.
I might have to go check it
As someone who's worked on
out.
the Elder Scrolls for 20 years, it's been incredible to bring this world to your phones in an all-new way. We still love those classic dungeon crawlers, and it's clear you do as well.
And whether you're exploring a dungeon or rebuilding your town, it's great to be able to do it wherever you are.
Since it's E3,
But not
we're
whenever,
releasing
because
our
it takes
biggest
8 hours for the
update
loot
yet,
box that has your wood in it to
featuring all
open.
new jobs and solo arena battles.
Solo
And all
arena
new
battles, though,
custom
Ryan.
jewelry system.
Custom jewelry system.
And
Oh boy.
a brand new Dragon quest line.
Dragon Quest line. It'll take 15 hours to kill.
It has even more, but best of all, it's coming out tonight.
Whoa!
Oh my god.
Download free tonight and give it a try.
Yeah.
And we're
Maybe I
also
will.
hard at work on our arena mode for this fall. that will
So,
feature
real
PvP,
quick,
your
Skyrim
own
was the
guild,
first Elder
and
Scrolls
visiting
game that
your
actually
friends'
had
towns.
dragons in it, right?
But most exciting this year, we're also bringing
I
Blades
believe
to
that was the
all new
big
platforms.
deal, yes.
It's kind of funny then because after that, like every other game has had direct. Because like the Elsewhere expansion they just announced for
Oh, is Blades coming to Switch? Yeah,
looks
it
like
is.
yeah.
Yep.
The Elsewhere
sense.
expansion for Elder Scrolls Online is like here's Khajiit and also dragons.
Actually, you know what? This actually is probably better because I'd probably play it on my Switch more than I would my phone.
Yeah, probably.
Especially with the cool motion controls. Say what you want. Them putting their mobile games on the Switch is they've done it where other games haven't. Fall.
Fall 2019.
Can you share your account across platforms? Because I know you can do crossplay.
Blades is coming this fall to the Nintendo Switch, and yes, it's still free.
Did you hear that guy?
Yeah.
Oh my
Blades is the perfect fit for the Switch. You can
It
play
is?
on the go, on your TV, and with motion controls. But best of all, it's cross-play and cross-progression with the mobile version.
Okay, so
Cross
yeah.
progression is all I asked. Yep.
So you can start tonight
Fair
on
enough.
mobile, and all your progress will carry over. And it's
Okay.
playable here at E3 in our booth and Nintendo's.
Yeah.
Oh, so that'll probably pop up during the direct at some point.
Probably.
Probably during a sizzle reel.
And
Oh,
for those
look
of
at
you
her,
playing
she's
on
adorable.
mobile, we also have
Yep.
some special rewards for both our Apple and Google players this week. So download tonight and let us know what you think. Thanks again.
Ooh.
You can get a banner and a ring
Is
and
that a
some
cinnamon roll?
some sour apple
Let me
candy.
introduce Jeff and Tom to tell you what's coming to Fallout 76.
Working game.
Hey. Something fun.
To be fair, I thought for a second they were gonna just skim past Fallout 76.
Yeah.
So, all right, pretty ballsy.
Project leader Jeff Gardner.
And I'm co-studio director Tom Mustaine.
On behalf of everyone at Bethesda Game Studios, we want to thank the millions of you who have played with us, stuck with us,
Millions?
and helped shape the world of
Really?
Fallout 76.
Well, you know, sucker born every minute.
You know what? I think more people are playing it than they are Anthem.
It's incredible what the game has become. You've told us how much you've loved this year's updates so far, from camp building, legendary weapons, player vending, and of course, the dreaded sheep squatch. We've also been working on our biggest update yet. It's called Wastelanders, and it will fundamentally change the game.
Because it's going to include NPCs.
I would have to assume.
It's been some time since Vault 76 opened its door. And we all discovered that Appalachia isn't quite what it used to be.
Here's my problem.
We encountered a lot of things.
Nothing they do is going to stop it from being based off of the same engine that you can mercilessly break.
Many of us expected for people to actually come back.
And it's still going to be a buggy mess. Oh, look, an NPC. And he uses the exact same engine from before.
There's hope here in Appalachia. Folk rebuilding, fighting back. We'll fight too, right by your side.
Will you? See, I want to get excited for that.
Yeah.
I want to be excited for, hey, I get to build a colony. But I can't. Because it's Fallout 76. And as soon as this launches, we're going to have more news stories about how it doesn't work.
Yup. Year 2 begins. Human NPCs return, new main quest, choice and consequence.
I started up a second account so that I could see how the other parts of my choices made matters, and then they banned me.
Yup.
Right.
Because I have two accounts.
Right. Human NPCs are coming to Fallout 76.
That thing that we said wasn't going to be in the game because it didn't make any sense.
But a full quest line, new rewards, and as you saw, full dialogue trees.
Yeah, but this is still an online game. What's going to stop somebody from running in and shooting an NPC I'm talking to?
Year 1
That's a good
about
point.
The vault doors opening and all of you settling the wasteland.
They all have God mode.
Coming back
None of them
to
can
reclaim
die.
it. Like previous Fallout games, these characters have their own stories and goals. It's up to you to choose how to interact with them and live with those consequences.
I'm sorry, I don't buy any of it.
It's coming this fall and will be free for all Fallout 76 players.
Okay,
That is good.
That's good.
That is good.
Here's my problem. The main part of Fallout 76 that actually seems somewhat interesting is the whole, like, you guys are who've kind of, like, come out and are the ones... Oh, boy.
A free trial week. Oh, wow.
I can hate the gameplay for a week.
That's right. It's the perfect time to see what Fallout 76 and its growing community have become.
You can't get anything
We
out of a
can't
week.
wait to welcome
You
all
can't
of you.
earn enough money for anything in a week.
Yeah.
So many of you are going
You're
to
not
be
going to get
joining
high
us.
enough level.
We thought we'd also give you a sneak peek this week at an all-new game mode. Check it out.
Oh, new game mode.
Your first test was making it to the vault. Now, your real trial begins. Currently, there is no overseer of Vault 51. Perhaps
Well, yeah, there's
you
going to be
will
hundreds
the
of
one.
them.
We are in serious need of leadership, so I have devised a unique process of elimination. A battle to the death is the only sure way to
Battle
challenge
Royale.
superior
Yup.
candidates. This should prove interesting.
It's Battle Royale. That's literally...
Yep. So, okay, the thing with Fallout 76 is the initial idea of you're the first ones out of the vault, so there aren't any NPCs, it's just you guys, was actually a neat idea. In part because with the whole player interaction stuff, it allowed you to do shit like that guy who's like, okay, I found a vault and a bunch of my friends are inside it. We're like a raid boss. Now you have to come get us. Like it created a unique opportunity for players to do stuff like that. But once you add in these NPCs and these quests, then the main issue becomes like somebody who wants to run around and do the main quest, then like somebody else wants to come in and just kind of shoot the person. Like it's the same problem that you have in games like World of Warcraft, where somebody on the Alliance side decides it'd be hilarious to run into a Horde camp and like AoE down all the 17th level quest givers at level 120. It's funny once. It's a pain in the dick for 3 hours.
Fuck yeah, we put a battle royale in Fallout 76. That's right.
Like, if you want to put the NPCs in,
Is a battle royale born from the Fallout universe.
you really should have done the whole, like, because they did the whole, like, oh yeah, you can do online versus offline thing. They should have just made it like, if you're offline, this is, like, here's a single player story you can play through.
Yeah, or something.
Like, these are, instead of being like settlers from random where the fuck ever, they're other vault dwellers that are NPCs for you. But...
And also, talk about this, what the your game is a buggy as shit mess. You didn't change anything on that. It's still the same game, and you're adding a new mode on top of it that's not designed to work with that system?
Oh yeah, this is
going to be a clusterfuck.
This is absolutely a man, Fortnite sure is making money decision.
And on that note, Fortnite's building is quick and fast-paced and always goes towards one style of gameplay. Where you're, because high tier, you're building towers up until you can't anymore.
Is free.
That shit's not fast. Fuck you. Fuck Fallout 76.
4 studio locations in North America working on multiple projects.
Fix that shit.
Yes, we're still hard at work on our next-gen RPGs, Starfield, and of course, Elder Scrolls 6.
Neither of which you'll be seeing at this time.
I can't get hype.
We know how precious these game worlds are to all of you, and they
Which
are
is
to us.
why we don't make new engines to run them in.
Is important. Keep telling us what you love, what you'd like to see us do better.
Make a new engine.
Again, everybody for your support, but really even more so, want to thank everybody for believing in us. Thank you.
Yeah, they don't. Do they have anything? Do you have anything for?
Anything at all?
Anything for? Nope. Nope. You have nothing for Starfield and nothing for Elder Scrolls 6, despite the fact that you're not making anything new for it, other than models.
Bye, Todd. See you next year. I like his shirt.
I like his shirt as well. I think it might have to do with. Wait, oh, it's Shinji Mikami. Oh shit. Wow. There. I'm a fucking idiot.
It's
yeah?
Monday morning there, but they are watching.
It's Monday night here.
I don't speak Japanese.
I don't speak Japanese. That's cute. That guy didn't either. He just wanted to woo.
Tonight, I am excited to announce the next game from Tango.
Cool.
Ghostwire Tokyo.
That's a neat title.
I want to say this was announced, but we didn't get anything on it, so I'm curious.
Show me what the ghost wires are.
It is an action-adventure game in which you will fight paranormal enemy and rid the city of supernatural evil.
Okay.
I think you love it.
Shoot that guy.
We can't. He's running on the Fallout 76 engine. He's invulnerable.
Damn it.
Here is creative director at Tango, Ikumi Nakamura.
Yay!
Hello. Hello.
Wow. Wow, so many people. Wow.
Aww.
Thank you. Arigatou gozaimasu.
Kumi, you're great. I love you.
Oh, yeah, you do fist pump. What are you wearing? It's like a tank top with like a mesh jacket.
You are doing good.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. Yeah, hype yourself.
We are making a new kind of action adventure game. It's
all right.
Survival horror game that we are known for. People are vanishing in Tokyo.
Ooh,
okay.
You must find out why.
Is that in?
You will encounter conspiracies and the occult.
I'm trying not
You
to.
have to explore the world, face challenges, to
Okay.
talk about the truth and save humanity.
All right.
Okay.
In the game, you will meet spirits, some dangerous, some peaceful, and survivors that each have their stories.
Yokai Watch 4 looks great.
You know what this is? This is their. We're gonna put the Swedish director out. Like when they did Unravel, where it's like, oh.
Just kidding.
They should do it though. I'm not saying it's a bad move.
We are very excited. Let's take a look. Thank you.
Yeah! I am now like 100% more excited than I was for anything Todd Howard was saying.
Yeah, fuck Fallout 76.
Please replace Todd Howard with this Japanese woman every time.
Yes. Is that supposed to happen?
Yeah, I think so.
Now, these are some nice shots of normal everyday Tokyo.
When's Majima gonna come in?
He's everywhere. Oh! Okay, Thanos happened. And Thanos happened again.
Those are gonna get clogged with clothes.
Ryan, is this spooky for you?
Yeah.
Oh no! Shiba Inu, no!
You know who was driving that bus?
Who?
Decade.
Whoa.
Got to...
You know what this actually makes me feel?
What?
Shinji Mikami's in his office thinking, goddamn hack piece of shit Kojima makes his fucking existential game. I'll make a fucking weird ass game. Oh, it's that flower from Tokyo Ghoul.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, Genji. Your ramen has a demon in it!
Hyper-realistic ramen eating action.
It looks like you joked about Yokai Watch, but it actually looks like we are seeing a lot of Yokai-inspired enemies.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck up the unknown. Okay, I would have liked to see a little bit of gameplay, but...
Yeah, that still looks pretty cool.
I'm definitely interested.
I'm down for the idea.
I'm down for, yeah.
I wonder if we'll see the Kamen Rider tables and chairs.
The plastic tables and chairs?
Yep.
Games, I work as a mechanical
Oh
engineer.
boy.
I work in a hospital. I used to work with kids.
I'm an electrician.
I'm an event planner.
In real life, I'm a systems administrator.
Program assistant for a private school for children with autism.
I'm trying to be an artist. I like to think of myself as one.
Make like back-end systems that it's really boring.
Maybe permanently or temporarily I'm a full-time streamer.
I got a YouTube channel.
Hell yeah.
My own yarn.
I'm a social worker.
Teaching inmates.
I'm a game developer.
Working at a video game cafe.
I've done a Doom.
I know he was dressed up as a character, but the guy covered in blood
Yeah.
is teaching inmates.
Yeah.
The shareware demo on 3.5-inch floppy disks.
My older brother picked up Fallout 3, and I took his copy and played it when he wasn't home.
Fallout 4.
Fuck my brother.
Gosh, that's like my baby.
The scope of that game was just like a lot bigger than things I was used to.
Just setting foot in Shimmering, the first city that you go to in Somerset, it was
I like this guy.
You would look out and you'd
Something
be
about
like,
a dad talking about his
and then you could go there,
his game stuff.
which was wild.
I always hear about 20s or 30-somethings talking about their gaming experience. I like to hear more about older gamers.
Yeah.
I tell you, it probably
Even if I don't agree with them,
It was one of my first experiences with a fantasy world that was that immersive.
Love the dragons. Scatter the dragons.
You take down a dragon, you can definitely take down any illness.
Don't ever stop
Aw.
adding dragons to your game. Add dragons to Fallout. Add dragons to.
They did!
There you go, Ryan. Add dragons to Fallout.
Mecha dragons. More dragons.
They added a radiation dragon to 76.
I'm telling you.
It literally
the
ran.
spaceships you fight are gonna be dragons. So this is the one where I actually kind of buy people being excited for it.
Yeah, because I mean, again, they released their Somerset expansion. They released the Morrowind expansion. They've released elsewhere with the Khajiit homeland. They've, they added a bunch. They've added a couple new classes. They added like a warden. They added a necromancer.
Okay, all right, okay. We have a show to put on,
I
guys.
just want to shout out to our friend Greg there, the one in the video that really loves dragons. I'm happy to say, Greg, The Elder Scrolls Online has dragons.
They do. They have added dragons.
Cool.
Dragons that you have imagined.
Players are deep into the season of the dragon, our year-long story about greed,
Imagine.
revenge, cat people, and of course, dragons. Tonight's focus on the community resonates with me and everyone at ZeniMax Online Studios because ESO literally would not exist without you. Watching you play the game,
I believe that.
Telling stories, hearing your feedback.
There's a person who role-played a Argonian who would just go to sleep on a bridge. They would log in, walk to a bridge, lie down, and stay logged in asleep for like 8 hours. And people suddenly started loving that. Like, they would go there and they would wave to him and give him food and sleep next to him. It was
okay.
It's a thank you, yelling audience person.
Yeah, I'm seriously. I want to go to E3 with a sniper rifle. No, I don't. No, I don't. I take that back. I don't want to ruin E3 for people.
Yeah.
It's like the one place where we haven't had any kind of tragedies recently. So.
Just a few days ago,
Oh God, I just remembered what happened last year at the same time this was going on.
We're just gonna ignore that.
Yeah.
In the game where you're able to visit for the first time the homeland of the Khajiit, as well as control the dead as the new Necromancer class.
Mm-hmm.
And if you haven't
That's pretty
played
cool.
it yet, Elsewhere is the perfect starting point for new players.
I do like the way they've kind of done the leveling where stuff kind of syncs with you, but there's still a potential of you growing more like powerful enough to overcome it more easily.
Now, I'm really excited to show you.
If I remember correctly, you buy your entry into Elder Scrolls, but it's free?
Yeah, it's buy to play, and then the expansions are also purchased. So.
Right. Which, hey, if that works, cool.
Yeah.
Quite frankly, and I don't want to get into it, but I feel like I feel like WoW should have done that forever ago. I don't really buy that it still needs to be subscription based.
If it's still working for you, I say keep doing it.
Okay. Yep. That's a dragon. Actually, you know, he doesn't have his own separate claws, so it's technically a wyvern, but, you know, whatever.
We're not getting into this now.
I'm just saying they're bitch-ass pretender dragons, that's all. Also, let's be fair, this is essentially this is just their expansion trailer, so, like...
Yeah, well, it's more really of a patch trailer.
Patch trailer, yeah.
Because they're showing you what happens after the storyline of Elsewhere.
Bitch!
Who fucking dares?
I got magic. I'm a necromancer. I am solo leveling. Fuck you. I will punch your snoot dragon. Yes. Oh no. I have a stick! So did the Necromancer become that, or did he summon it?
I'm pretty sure he did.
Okay.
Because one thing that's actually really cool about Elder Scrolls Online is it's not totally like role agnostic. Like you can still be like tank, healer, or DPS.
Right.
It's very good at giving you a lot of options for which of those kind of things like you want to be. So like you can.
That's adorable.
Yeah. It's like you can build a tank version of a Necromancer or a healer
cool.
version of a Necromancer.
That's neat. Like, so what you're saying is classes aren't specific to a bit like a type.
Yeah, it's more of how you build them.
Cool.
Like some of them work better as a specific type.
Right.
But like a lot, because it does a lot with like what your weapon is and what kind of armor. Like if you want to be a tank, it's basically you have to learn how to use heavy armors.
Yeah, of course. Get your wing fucked!
Ah!
Ow!
My aerodynamics!
Dicks! I wasn't aerodynamic to begin with, and now I'm just fucked! Kitty, no!
It's okay, he lands on his feet.
Alright, now
See?
show...
See? Feet.
Alright, now the kitty absorbs the soul of the dragon.
He's not a Durgan-born cat. I helped.
I'm a guy. I'm sure these are actually characters.
Probably.
Or at least like the Iconics or something. Oh, there's more. Oh, there's another one. Oh shit, an eclipse.
To be continued.
The Durgan flew into the eclipse. Elsewheres.
And yeah, if I had a computer that was better able to play it, I would definitely jump into Elder Scrolls Online again. It was pretty fun.
Mm-hmm.
You may have recognized the return of Sai Sahan, the legendary Red Guard Swordmaster.
Of course!
The legendary Red Guard Swordmaster you met as part of the original 5 companions. He's back as the leader of the Dragon Guard, a group of
Okay,
Dragon
all right,
warriors
guys, really?
you've seen in other Elder Scrolls games. He'll be featured in our 4th quarter story DLC named Dragonhold.
Okay.
Which will complete the season of the Dragon. We've got a lot more to share about the return of Sai and the Dragon Guard, which will unveil at QuakeCon later this summer.
Makes sense.
That's fine.
Makes sense. Not gonna begrudge you for being big enough to have your own con.
The adventure called Scalebreaker, which you'll see in August.
Okay, those guys they paid to cheer for Fallout 76 are really trying to get their monetary bonus.
We're humbled by your enthusiasm. Your enthusiasm for the game motivates us every day. You guys
Maybe
are
you should
seriously
take some
awesome.
of the developers and hand them to Todd Howard so he can learn how to turn a game around.
No, maybe you shouldn't waste them on terrible games.
But I have something else to talk about. The Elder
What?
Scrolls Online isn't the only game in development at ZeniMax Online Studios.
Really?
We have several other projects, one
you
of which
say?
we're ready to reveal tonight.
Well, tickle my butthole, why don't you?
The game's creative director, Kira Schlitt.
Okay.
Kira Schlitt's an awesome name.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, Kira.
And now, for something completely different.
Okay.
Imagine a classic Saturday morning cartoon in free-to-play mobile game form. Let's take a look.
Okay. I am intrigued.
Mobile game form? Are you fucking kidding me right now? Commander Keen!
Yup. Cameron's dying.
Fucking, are you serious right now?
That's neat. I'm pretty keen on it.
There's a new branch on Commander Keen's family tree, and they're heading to iOS and Android. If you're hearing about Commander Keen for the first time, it was one of the first PC action games created by id Software in the early 90s. Yeah.
Okay, like,
It starred
this is like if Blizzard came out and said Lost Vikings on mobile.
Commander Keen protected Earth. All of us at ZeniMax Online Studios want to give a really big thanks to our friends at id for trusting us to deliver our modern take on this classic game.
I want to know, I said it's mobile, so I'm curious about what exactly that's going to mean.
So, tonight, as we introduce Commander Keen to a new generation of players, we're also introducing the next generation of heroes. Meet Billy.
Hi, Billy.
And
Billy. Hi, Billy.
Twin geniuses who follow in their famous footsteps. The new commanders are, of course, funny and powerful.
So the original commander, not very inventive with his names.
And some really bad guys. The twins build wacky gadgets from household items to save the Earth from certain alien destruction. Drag and drop gadgets to summon allies, attack enemies, and move through the environment. Choose from a caboodle of contraptions.
You probably get those from like card packs.
The twins go on adventures in story mode, which tells some of the classic Commander Keen tales, as well as a whole bunch of
I like the comic book
in
look.
story mode, you'll overcome aliens, collect power-ups, and explore Mars and beyond.
That
you
sounds
can
pretty
also
cool.
Go helmet to helmet with other players in battle mode.
Keen
a
fan versus
real-time,
Ultra.
head-to-head race through an alien landscape where you need to control checkpoints and claim the flag to gain ultimate victory. Commander Keen will soft launch this summer on iOS and Android phones.
Okay, that's not bad.
Okay, sure. Obviously, I guess it's fair that they wouldn't show off the monetization.
Yeah. To pre-register to receive unique in-game rewards and hot Commander Keen launch updates. We really
hot Commander
can't
Keen
wait
action
to kick some asteroid with you all. Thanks.
Thank you, Karen. I appreciate you.
Wow, like I never would have.
Yeah, that was a curveball.
Never in a million years. I wasn't writing any of this down like I was supposed to.
That's
well.
okay.
At Bethesda, we, like you, love mobile games. In addition to Blades and the upcoming...
I don't say
Commander
I
Keen,
love them.
Millions of you have enjoyed Fallout Shelter, which has now reached over 150
Fallout Shelter is fine.
and counting.
Yeah, Fallout Shelter's fine.
The biggest problem for me is ironically enough, I'm too busy for the early game. I can't keep going back to it.
Experience the Elder Scrolls in a new way. This year, the Legends community has continued to grow thanks to a lot of upgrades, new features, and
it's
new
a
content.
card game.
It's a great experience for a night of gaming or a quick match.
It's a great experience for anyone who can't run Hearthstone.
Yeah, or Gwent, which I've heard is actually terrible now, but I don't fucking know. I stopped playing after a while. Motherfucker, turn your volume off when you're in public. Don't be an asshole. This is the Hearthstone commercial, except there's no one singing. And that singing actually made me feel nice inside, despite disliking Blizzard sometimes. Check out my sack! Kunk!
Yeah, so it's literally the Hearthstone Tavern commercial, but with none of the heart or charm. So it's really just like Legends.
This guy's gonna get into LARPing. Look at that mud crab! Who is apparently drunk. Don't go in there. Don't go in there, buddy.
It was the girl on the laptop. Only she's in the real world now, and she's card game playing against you.
I think that guy's fucking dead.
Yeah, probably.
Make your play.
Actually, come to think of it, I think this is supposed to be announcing that it's on mobile.
Probably.
Because if I remember correctly, yeah, it wasn't on mobile before this. Which, obviously I think is a bit of a problem if you're going to be doing a...
Oh, hey, look, dragons.
They're putting dragons in everything, buddy. Even the real worlds.
Now Legends can be less downloaded than Hearthstone on 2 platforms.
Well, to be fair, Hearthstone ain't exactly in a hurry to get on consoles at any point.
Dragons.
God damn it.
If
Chuck
you
my
enjoy
phone
other
at you.
card games but are looking for something that provides a little
Bring
deeper
back the
challenge,
charming
download
people who are
Legends
making
free on the App Store
announcements.
And begin playing tonight.
He does have a bit of a
Legend's
creepy
next
stare to
expansion,
him, doesn't
Moons of
he?
Elsewhere, will be available on June 27th for PC, Mac, mobile, and tablet. You can head
Oh
over to
man, the
Bethesda
3
Net,
players are
purchase
excited.
Cards and content, or play it this week in our booth. I'll see you there, clapping.
Please clap.
Please clap.
Now, speaking of new content, 3 weeks ago
Oh.
we released Rage 2, and now Insanity Rules.
Did you?
And now insanity rules for millions of players around the world. But we wanted to do more than just deliver a critically acclaimed open world shooter.
What
We've
critics?
already added community challenges that reward you just for having fun in the wasteland, and we've got a lot more planned with new features rolling out this week. The world of Rage 2 will become even more unpredictable and even more insane. Take a look.
Hey guys, it's me, Andrew WK.
New shit coming. It might actually be. But hopefully it'll be pre-recorded so we won't have to worry. Guy who's talking about this. Wasteland Wizard. That's cute.
I appreciate their yeah, like that. I appreciate their Full House parody.
Oh yeah. They are coming. Rise of the Ghosts expansion.
Oh, that's my next tattoo.
Okay. See, I have a little bit of a problem with the fact that this feels less like an expansion and more like keep coming back to the game every week and new stuff will be in it.
Yup.
But
I got a tremendous surprise for you all.
what if I've beaten the game? New areas to explore, like.
I mean, like that's fine as an update. If you like Rage, go for it. But
I guess it feels like they're trying to take a game that shouldn't be a live service and turning it into a live service.
Yeah, it's
that's my only problem here, and I want to make that clear. Also, I can't help but notice those are Switch colors.
Hey, while we got it here, fuck Nazis.
Yeah, fuck Nazis.
After liberating America from the Nazi scum in
Nazi
Wolfenstein 2,
scum.
The New Colossus,
I like that his name is Jerk.
It's probably Yerk.
this year we take you back to Europe with 2 new Wolfenstein games. First, we are bringing Nazi killing into virtual reality.
Say, this was what they announced last year with Cyberpilot.
With Wolfenstein Cyberpilot.
Cyberpilot and
As a
Youngblood.
hacker working for the French resistance, you will take control of Nazi war machines and turn them against their creators.
Good.
Cyberpilot will be available this July, and it's playable this week in our E3 booth.
I did hear that Doom VFR was actually pretty solid.
That's good.
So I have hopes that that'll actually turn out good.
And if you haven't fought Nazis in VR, you don't know what you are missing.
Fuck Nazis.
But,
fuck Nazis.
As I said, we have 2 new Wolfenstein games.
So Youngblood.
This summer, we are going to be launching Wolfenstein Youngblood.
Yay! Hopefully they don't get the disease.
It's too late. The name in and of itself.
With a gameplay experience that is bigger than any previous Wolfenstein game. You will have more weapons and weapon upgrades than ever before, more ways to customize your playstyle, and, of course, even more evil Nazis to kill.
Yay! Good. Well, no, I don't. I mean, to kill is okay, if I don't want more Nazis.
And in Youngblood, you can kill those Nazis with a friend.
Yeah! People, let me tell you about my best friend.
Out and killing Nazis. It's great until the end.
Youngblood is set in the 1980s, 2 decades after the New Colossus. BJ Blazkowicz is missing in Nazi-occupied Paris. and it's up to his twin daughters, Jess and Soph, to track him down. In
Cool.
Youngblood, you can still play by yourself, or you can partner with a pal to double up on shooting, stabbing, and killing Nazis. Check it
Hopefully it's drop in, drop out.
Hopefully.
Paris, Nazi country. That's where Papa is, so that's where we're going.
Yeah.
We can find him together.
Poor BJ.
I may have an assignment suitable for two Nazi killers such as yourselves.
Dude, like, got his head cut off, was revived from the dead, and now he's captured by Nazis.
Yeah, BJ's had a hard life.
Do, 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 do. Also, I guess this is more of a full-on game to itself than it was an expansion to 2.
It's like...
Which, I thought that's what it was. It was going to be an expansion to that. But hey, I'm not complaining. Yeah. Knife.
Yee.
Wolves. Hunt. Together. Can you customize what your armor colors are? Because I'm seeing different colors from time to time. Or maybe single player, it's always one color, or...
I don't know.
Yeah.
It would make sense.
You know, July 26th?
Neat.
Not much longer. She's the spunky one.
Yup.
Wolfenstein Youngblood releases on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch,
Yep,
and
there it is.
PC on July 26th.
Cool.
Yay!
Crossplay.
Thank you for the birthday gift.
And if you can't wait, stop by our E3 booth to play this week. Thank you.
Let's
You're
go,
welcome.
Ryan!
I can't wait.
And now, I'd like to welcome
Todd
to
Howard
the
breaks
stage
down our door
my
and
dear
carries us
friends
off.
from Arcane Lyon, who worked with us on these 2 Wolfenstein games, Dinga and Sebastian.
Hello.
Hello. Oh, he was in the intro.
He was. That was fun. Fuck Nazis.
Fuck Nazis.
We love you too.
I love your mustache.
Your mustache is amazing.
It's a good mustache.
Good mustache.
Sebastian Mitton.
Hi, I'm Dinga Bakaba and game director.
Your goatee's not bad, dude.
Bonsoir, I'm Sébastien Mitton, art director in the same studio.
I think he's French.
So, along with
Little bit.
partnering with our good friends at Machine Games on Wolfenstein, we've been working on other projects.
You can't say it any other way, can you?
Nope.
And tonight,
Wolfenstein.
we're excited to announce our latest first-person action game.
Okay.
It's something innovative, stylish,
Hmm.
and different from anything we've done before.
All right.
Let me begin by saying bienvenue to the frozen island of Black Reef. This is a place of mystery where looks can kill. The game takes place during what we say in French is a période de folie, a time of madness.
Okay.
And now that we've given you a small taste of the world, let us introduce you to our 2 deadly rivals, Colt and Juliana.
Oh, okay. Well,
This place isn't a paradise. It's a prison.
Whoa. We happy few indeed.
We're trapped.
We're free.
In this endless, eternal cycle.
Is that Kratos?
Sounds a little bit like him.
Nowhere to run to, baby.
purpose is on this island.
And I can't let this go on any longer. The more days I repeat,
The longer that I'm out here,
the more certain I am.
of what I have to do. The only way to protect the cycle
The only way to break this cycle
is to kill you.
Not sure what I'm looking at, but I'm interested.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. I like that our protagonists are two people of color. That's nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, but I guess I was just way too busy.
Okay.
Oh, it's from the studio that made. Oh, okay. That explains a lot. I didn't realize that was the.
Because it looks like they're basically both stuck in a time loop, and they're trying to she's trying to keep it intact because she loves the freedom of it, and he's trying to break out because I assume he's got like something out on the outside he wants to get to, and neither of them can leave till the other one's like fully gone.
I probably should have realized that was Dishonored, guys.
With meticulously designed levels, and of course, arcane signature gameplay that lets you approach every situation any way you like. Because in the endless clash between these two extraordinary assassins, how you play is up to you.
Plus, I think it's really fucking cool.
I appreciate your enthusiasm.
Excuse my French.
Yeah, maybe you should have said that in French, actually.
Maybe not.
But it's
You sort of
also
said
pretty
fuck.
fucking true. We will take you on a trip.
It's amazing how much fun I can have with Bethesda when it's not a Bethesda Studio game being shown off.
Yeah. Deathloop looks
When
really
I
cool.
like looking at that, I don't get the feeling that I'm being lied to.
Yeah.
From all the pressures
Hi,
in
Dad.
life. I think the sense of community has really helped me as a person because I'm typically.
Well, I mean, it's also like these studios didn't hand us a turd and expect us to chow down on it like it was encrusted with sugar.
And then ask for more.
Yeah.
You find really creative,
Whether they supply it for free or not.
That man winked at us.
Who are in
He
my group
did.
that I've only known as a character.
Probably made more friends online than I have in real life.
The games that you bring out just helps people, honestly.
My parents were refugees from the Vietnam War, which is why I'm also fascinated by elements of war.
Playing these games just
Okay.
kind of put me out of the worry and the stress.
I was in a dark place for a while, and I told myself I wasn't going to be there anymore. And so now the only dark places that I'm allowed to go are in dungeons and ESO.
Just being someone who is LGBT, it's nice to be able to sit down and play these games and feel accepted for who I am. It's really nice to see that their storyline has some sort of emotional effect on me.
I got nothing to say to these, so I'm just letting them go and say the
Yeah.
thing.
creativity that goes into the process.
I mean, I'm fine with people who, like the games. Yeah. Like, like what you like.
It's like they're clearly here to tell us to give a message, and I want them to give that message.
Yeah.
Trying to think if there's anything. Oh, we still haven't heard from Doom yet.
Building these fantastic worlds and
Who are
telling
you,
these
sir?
stories comes from a passion to deliver the very best
Also, turn the mic
experiences
down
for
just
our
a little
players.
bit.
Hi, I'm James Altman, Director of Publishing at Bethesda.
And that's Robert Duffy,
Okay, Robert Duffy.
Chief Technology Officer at id Software.
And I'm Robert Duffy, Chief Technology Officer at id
Actually, I think this is Doom.
Robert, I already said that. Why aren't you synced up to our live couch recording, Robert?
He has a cane. It takes him a
Tonight
minute.
we have some exciting new technology to show you that can dramatically improve gaming for millions.
So for the past 2 decades, we've approached game development not by looking at what is possible today, but with a vision of what can be possible tomorrow. And at Bethesda, we're proud of our legacy of innovation, where again and again we've changed the industry. We were the first to use physics
Occasionally for the better.
sports games. We were groundbreakers with go anywhere, do anything, open world RPGs.
You
We were
were.
the inventors of the first-person shooter, which is now the world's most popular form of gaming.
For better or for worse. Take
Also,
that,
fuck
Robot
Hitler.
Hitler.
Pioneers in downloadable content and the
No,
first to
no,
mod-
no, 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 you're not. No. No, horse armor!
2016, there have been 1 billion mod downloads for Fallout and Skyrim.
Not from you. No. I'm sorry, but no.
The first commercially viable VR technology.
To be fair,
revealed in our E3 booth in 2012.
pioneering doesn't mean doing it well. It just means
Okay,
doing it first.
Fair enough.
Together by tape and worn by our very own Tim Willits.
Sure.
Uh-huh.
If you say so, Bethesda.
And of course, we are well known as developers of best-in-class engine technology with our id Tech engine.
Doom runs really good.
Okay.
Now, if only they'd make a new engine
it's-
for
you know-
for Elder Scrolls.
Innovation and
I was going to be
creativity
mad
is
until
in
they
our
said the
DNA,
id Tech engine.
And all
Yeah.
of these advances were done with one goal in mind: to improve player experiences. So tonight, we have exciting new technology to announce.
Oh.
We're going to show you the result of years of research and development. Cutting-edge game engine-based technology we've developed specifically for game streaming.
Now, we'd like to introduce you to Orion.
Hi, Ryan.
Hi.
Oh, Ryan.
I am here.
Orion is a tremendous breakthrough in streaming technology. It is our name for a group of patented technologies that optimize game engines for performance in a cloud environment. Orion can work with any game engine and will improve player experiences no matter which game you're playing or whether you're streaming on Stadia, on xCloud, or another streaming platform. So,
Okay. Okay,
how's
I understand
Orion
what
work?
they're saying. I
The
think.
exciting game streaming services you've been hearing so much about have largely focused on hardware solutions to address the complex challenges of streaming. There's a lot of words. We used our expertise in developing game engine software and took a different approach. By incorporating Orion technology at the game engine level,
Right,
we're
okay.
able to stream game content up to 20% faster per frame, leading to a dramatic reduction in latency. In addition, an Orion-enabled game can stream with up to 40% lower bandwidth. And happily, for game developers, Orion technology is easy to integrate with your game build with our SDK.
But what does that mean for you? It means that streaming games will be faster and better with Orion. And Orion substantially reduces the cost of streaming for players and for publishers.
Does
So
it?
it won't matter if your friends and family are sucking up all the bandwidth or if you live far away from a data center. With Orion, you'll still be able to stream your game at max settings.
I mean,
That you're making a lot of claims.
exciting if true.
Exciting if true. I do find it fascinating to hear about the software
Now,
side
as
of
with
things.
any new computer technology, one must ask the question, can it play Doom?
I'll give you that, guys. I'll give you that.
Stream an unrelenting, fluid, first-person shooter with native 4K resolution at 60 frames per second. Let's see.
Stream crashes.
It could.
I'd like to introduce Shale Williams, tech specialist from id Software, who is showing you just that here live on stage.
So Shale is streaming an Orion-enabled Doom 2016 right now to that mobile device. As you can see, there is no reduction in visual fidelity.
In prime conditions on a brand new smartphone.
Without perceptible latency. And we want you all to
With a fuzzy camera feed, and also if we believe you.
test and refine it. So for a chance to be among the first in the world to stream Doom 2016 for free, all you need to do is join the Doom Slayers
listen,
Club
if
by
actual streamers who use this kind of stuff a lot
'Cause-
come out and say, yeah, this really works well. Because I mean, the idea is fine.
Don't get me wrong. I would love to be proven wrong on this. But there's way too many factors that are being put out here.
Yeah.
It is, however, really important that these are the guys saying this because Doom Eternal on Stadia is one of the big selling points. Stadia having Doom Eternal being one of its like starting opening things.
Yeah. So
Doom time. Get hyped for Doom.
So hyped for Doom.
What you interfere with now,
Oh, hey, that guy. Who cares? I'm going to shoot it.
if continue, you will bring down the heavens' wrath.
Oh!
It is written.
Yeah, of course! Of course heaven would be a thing!
Yeah.
You are but one man.
Oh. I'm not one man.
Are no longer your people to save.
Who's saving them? I'm the Doomslayer, bitch.
The only people I save are those who are incidentally not killed by the demons I murder.
Yeah, it's like it's a big of you to think I'm trying to save anybody.
That man had a laser axe.
He did.
That looks really cool.
Yeah, how duh. You're killing demons and fighting in hell. Of course, heaven would exist.
Yeah,
in the Doomverse,
the Doomiverse.
Like no shit.
That was cool.
So I don't think we're done yet.
Well, they said deep dive into Doom Eternal, so we're probably going to get a lot more info.
Mm-hmm.
That was awesome. This is awesome. Thank you so much. I'm Marty Stratton, the executive producer of Doom Eternal.
And I'm...
Thank you.
And I'm Hugo Martin, the game's creative director.
I really hope they were going to cheer for Hugo, too, because that would have been really mean.
As you just saw, we're not just building a world for Doom, it's an entire universe. Earth is on the brink of annihilation. It's being consumed by demons. And your crusade to save it will take you across dimensions to locations never seen before in Doom, from heaven and hell to the Sentinel homeworld and beyond.
Yeah.
Okay.
Neat.
There is so much to see and
Say, if I
discover.
remember correctly, the Sentinels were
First
like
and foremost about gameplay.
like the first
Doom Eternal
Doomslayers,
promises to
basically.
be
Okay.
the ultimate power fantasy. The fun comes from mastering the experience.
Back when they were like
because
Knights
you
Templar.
Are the Doomslayer,
Look at their
the
butts.
Strongest, fastest
Now look at the
demon killer in
faces.
existence, and nothing can stand in your way.
Yep.
Absolutely.
That's kind of why I'm against Doom Guy in Smash, as jokingly or as serious as you take that option. Like, he's kind of like Goku, where it's like it doesn't make sense for him to be in a for fun fighting game, because he should win because he's Doom Guy
Let's take a look.
and or Doomslayer. All right, so we have the poles that you can swing from. That's new. Clinging to walls is new.
You know, in any
Dash
other game,
between
I would
words.
ask, why do we have the rotating fire pillars? But this is a game set in hell, so I don't care.
Yeah. Rad suit. Yeah, it looks like they're adding in. This looks like it's in no uncertain terms. This feels like a Metroid game.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's got a very Metroid Prime feel to it.
Now I believe there will be levels and it won't be a Metroid style in that regard.
Yeah,
but yeah, like the amount of movement options, the puzzles, the getting around from level to level. It's very, very Metroid-y, very Samus-y.
I like it.
I like it. I mean that in the best way possible.
You know, it's so important to us at id Software that every aspect of the gameplay has real meaning to you, the player. Every enemy is different, every weapon has a purpose, and every decision you make really counts. The only path to victory in Doom Eternal is to aggressively control the fight with amazing agility, powerful guns, and critical resources.
That's right. I'll tell you, we absolutely can't wait for you to play it. And some of you won't have to wait too long.
What?
If you're lucky enough to be in the room tonight...
What, you didn't think you would?
You'll have a chance to play it immediately following the show.
I would be surprised if they didn't have a demo available.
Yeah.
And for those not here, but at E3 this week, we'll have Doom Eternal playable in the Bethesda booth all week. Yeah.
That'd be really cool as if you said, you can go online and download a demo right
Let's
now.
see how it all comes together.
Enough talk. Have at you!
As this perfect killing machine goes to work.
Kills perfectly in a machine-like fashion.
Give me some unedited gameplay. That's what I want to see.
I'm charting a flight path to Mars. Calculating thrust vectors. Launching in 3, 2, 1.
It's that hellhole we drilled on Mars.
We shouldn't have done that.
It is in retrospect a bad idea.
Hindsight is always 20/20.
Yeah, I mean, you know, when they first came to us and said, let's use hell to power our stuff, it seemed fine.
Seemed like an okay idea.
It was like, oh, hey, neat, hell exists. And I guess it's a power source?
Ooh. Yeah. Gotta be honest, I never saw the use for a sniper rifle.
You need to snipe stuff.
Look at that cockeyed demon.
Blah, 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 blah. I'm made of lava and meltiness.
Yep, that guy's dead.
Pole vault.
Just fucking keep going, keep moving. Keep fucking moving.
Stopping is for people who aren't the Doomslayer.
Basically, rip and tear. Rip and tear their guts out.
They have huge guts because they're huge. See, that's the thing about the sniper rifle that's weird. It's like, to snipe, you have to stop, and the Doomslayer doesn't stop.
Yeah.
Brain spider.
That was the boss of the first game. The giant brain spider. Got that armor. Oh no!
Oh no, my spidery brain.
See? He stopped moving and now he's being hit.
But what is the emotive character arc of these creatures that we're fighting?
Fuck you, die! I'm a demon, Rarg!
But what motivation do I, the Doomslayer, have for being here on this planet right now?
You answered your own question. You're the Doomslayer, god damn it! You're the Doomslayer. You fucking slay demons. And Doom. That thing looks like something you can slay. Go fucking slay it.
He did some slaying just there.
Just right there, he did some slaying.
Lava, fuck your lava. I'm the Doomslayer. I'm gonna jump up this shaft and slay the fuck out of this weird thing.
What's this portal and how can I slay it?
Calling on an angel.
Oh fuck, it's a cyber demon.
You're a demon with robot parts. I'm gonna murder the shit out of you.
BFG. Aww, and then they cut off right at the big moment where the bad guy rocks out. That guy's having a stroke.
That guy's having the time of his life. That's the guy that's been wooing at all the worst times.
All right.
No, it was that guy.
Yeah, that
The
was
same
awesome.
guy.
Thanks.
Yeah, that was
okay. It's okay.
That was okay.
That was level 1.
That was level 1.
The gameplay that you just saw is just a piece of what you're going to play this week.
Well,
at E3.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope there's
No, that's the whole game.
I would hope I wouldn't pay $60 just for that.
When do we get to play Doom Eternal at our home?
Yeah.
You don't have to wait too much longer. Not quite tomorrow.
Kill
Doom
that
Eternal
guy.
will release on November 22nd.
It's not bad. Neat. It's not bad.
We're very excited about that, and we've got something really special for Doom fans.
Oh.
An amazing collector's edition we're really proud of.
Yeah. Yeah. That's an actual helmet.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could wear that thing.
Oh, hey, he's wearing it.
If you have the one specific sized head we made it for.
I've seen other collector sets with wearable helmets that apparently they're pretty good at doing the one-size-fits-all thing. So depending who makes it, it could be fine. Obviously, there's going to be outliers.
To hear about our totally new Doom multiplayer experience.
Doom Royale!
We've been developing this in-house at id, and it's unlike anything you've played before.
Yeah, we've been
Are you
so
sure about that?
pumped at id to share this with you. This is pure Doom, but with your friends, where 2 player-controlled demons take on 1 fully loaded Slayer in a fight to the death.
Okay.
This is a first-person fighter, where it's demon strategy versus Slayer skill.
You know, we can't wait, because we know you'll love the different
Run.
playstyles of the various demons, because each has unique movement, attacks, and abilities.
They can even spawn AI demons to control the battlefield and help you take down the Slayer. It's strategic, competitive, and it's a ton of fun. And we can't wait to share more details with you this year at QuakeCon.
That's right, a lot more to share at QuakeCon, but before we go, we do want to take a first look at Doom Eternal's new multiplayer. On behalf of our amazing team at id in Dallas and Frankfurt, Germany, we want to thank you all so much for your support.
Thanks, everyone.
You're welcome.
I support you, Doom, and your need to kill demons, who coincidentally may or may not be Nazis. That seriously looks like Skyrim.
Did a little bit, yeah.
Slayer versus Revenant and Mancubus.
Demon health critical. Slayer health critical. Slayer killed. Round 2.
You know what this immediately made me think of?
What's that?
Evolve that you mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
Where it was, you know, the players versus the monster.
Definitely.
Final round. Fight.
I also thought of Left 4 Dead 2.
Yeah.
The zombie versus survivors mode. My favorite mode, honestly, because I love playing as zombies.
Well, see, what I liked about that was kind of like Evolve is the fact that it's a little lopsided.
Yeah.
Like in Evolve, you had the one player and the four,
right?
The one monster, 4 players.
Right.
Whereas this is the 2 demons versus the 1 Slayer. So like the
and
Slayer
you can
is
summon up
And for
demons
everyone at our studios around the globe
to-
that have worked
to
so hard
pick
on
at
the great
them.
games you've seen tonight, we say thank you. 2019 marks 25 years of Doom. So, to celebrate, we will be going all out with Doom at QuakeCon this summer.
Makes
We're
sense.
adding a whole host of panels and activities dedicated to Doom, which we call DoomCon. Yeah,
I
see
mean,
what we did
considering
there?
how
We
long
took
it's been
out
since you
Quake
released a
Platoon.
Quake game.
The last
We
year.
hope you can come hang out with us
Shut
in
up.
Dallas at our
Quake
inaugural
Champions.
event in London. If you can't, please tune in online.
At least I think it came out.
Go to Bethesda.net for more info on all the games.
They didn't talk about it here, so I think it came out.
This week we'll have hands-on with many of our games, so be sure to stop by our booth. In the meantime, thanks for playing, thanks for watching, and thanks to all of you for being part of the Bethesda community. Have a great night.
Okay.
All right, I think we can.
No, you know what? Let's admire the fans and the cosplays. Let them have their word. And we can kind of give our thoughts here as they're wrapping up.
Okay. Everything that wasn't by the Bethesda main studio looked fine.
Yeah, Bethesda, the biggest problem with Bethesda is Bethesda Studio Games.
Yeah.
Flat out. I do not have. There isn't any part of me that would feel bad if I walked up to Todd Howard and to his face said, "You are lying to your consumers, and you are making terrible games."
Yeah.
The fact that they can enjoy it despite that is a favor is more in the favor of them and their ability to play these games than it is your ability to make them.
Yeah. I mean, again, people have joked that Bethesda games aren't done until the modders get a hold of them, and that's. I feel like Bethesda has unfortunately embraced that a little too much.
A little bit too much, maybe.
Like, I mean, I, for one, thought that a lot of, like, the original bugs in Skyrim were kind of funny. You know, like the one where, like, oh, if a giant hits you, like, twice, you zoom off into the sky.
Oh, yeah, that's hilarious.
Or, like, if you put a fucking bucket over a shopkeep's head, you can rob them blind.
Yes.
Those are, you know, funny and fine, but there's also a lot of just, like, completely game-wrecking bugs, stuff that just doesn't work. And so
we're back on this fucking screen again.
We are, though we're not slightly out of sync this time.
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, like even the stuff like the Elder Scrolls Online stuff was fine because again, ZeniMax actually like feels like they listen to and respond to player problems.
And Commander Keen.
Yeah, Commander Keen was really cool. So, I mean, again, we memed the fuck out of Fallout 76, and it deserves it.
It deserves it.
To be a little bit more serious here for a second, I have been kind of following it, and there have been stories out of it that aren't just, here's Fallout 76's latest fuck-up.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the updates have been all right. I think that what they're introducing, though, really kind of goes against what the whole point of the game even really fucking was.
Right.
Like, when they initially announced it, they're like, hey, here's this one, you're going to be in Appalachia, you're going to be in West Virginia, and you're the first people out of the vault.
Right.
So, the idea that, like, there are no established settlements. Like, I think if they wanted to start doing, more, like, story-driven quests and stuff like that, there's a way they could do that without putting in other humans. Like, everyone was talking about just put in robots. Which would
I
also...
assume that's what you would do.
Right. Which would also very neatly solve the problem of what happens if you're trying to do a storyline and someone else on the server decides they're going to nuke your exact position. Robots can just be rebuilt.
Yep.
People respawning kind of takes you a little bit out of that. And again, a lot of the cool stuff that came out of that game was the people playing it doing fun stuff.
Like I said, yeah.
Yeah, like the guy
players who are doing it.
who decided I'm going to be a raid boss. The guy who's like, I'm the Appalachia tour guide, and he would meet people coming out of the vault and he would give them stuff and he would show them stuff to do. Or like, you know, people who would form like groups who would go around doing stuff. That was the part of it that was fun, was the way the players would interact with each other.
So the positive community that they were talking about,
right?
That was not in any way really formed by Bethesda's interactions or their encouragement, but by player use.
Essentially, you got a community the same way that the Final Fantasy XIV 1.0 community kind of came together. You were kind of all in this together against a game that wasn't that good. And you kind of formed together and did what you could with it. And some people got, I don't want to necessarily call it Stockholm Syndrome, but they got a little attached to it. And when stuff changed a little too much, they weren't as, because like, I mean, there are still people who are like, oh yeah, 14 1.0 wasn't that bad. And it was absolutely horrible. There was a very brief period between when it shut down and when like it had been patched. Like 1.23b was mildly playable as a game. That was kind of it. And so in a way, it's a lot of the people who've kind of banded together around the problems to do what the game kind of allows you to do, which is this very freeform kind of survival RPG set in this apocalyptic wasteland, and that allows for these kind of like stories that again more environmental storytelling, less people related storytelling. I think if instead what they had done is found a way for players to like set up their own ways of like players being NPCs. Excuse me. But like, okay, so you have your own person, right? And when you log into the game, you're logged in, you're running around, you're having fun.
Yeah.
But when you log out, you can set yourself as an NPC. So like your NPC will like sit at your base. And then people can go up and they can talk to you, and you can set like certain quests and you can set certain rewards, and the game would help provide you with certain like you'd set aside a certain bit of things you own as rewards in order for other people. Or you can say like, okay, hey, I need this and I'll give you this. Like essentially set it up almost like player trading.
Right.
Like I need duct tape, I will give you screwdrivers. And then like they go out and they find stuff, and then they would basically, you could do something kind of similar to, and it's kind of funny I mentioned this because they've actually shut it down because coding for it was a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
When the game Neverwinter came out, they had a foundry system which allowed you to build your own quests.
Oh, okay.
And it was pretty interesting. Again, the people who supported it don't work at Cryptic, who makes Neverwinter anymore, so they basically have shut it down because the coding for it was really hard to make work right, and they really hadn't done anything to add to it. But like when it came out, there were a lot of people who were like, oh yeah, they were making like game like quests inspired by like Baldur's Gate, the original Neverwinter Nights, Planescape Torment, like original D&D games.
Right.
If you could do that in like Elder Scrolls, where like, if you just wanted duct tape and you were going to give screwdrivers for it, you could put out be like, I need duct tape, give me screwdrivers. But you could also be like, hey, I hear tell that over in yonder factory there's da 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 and da da, like you make up your own
that
quest.
factory makes the tape of duct.
Yeah.
And I need some.
Set up your own.
I will give driver screws.
Set up your own quests. Maybe set up like different, like branching dialogue trees. Like, so you could set up a hidden aspect to the quest where it's like, you're like, go over there and get duct tape for me. And you're like, okay, why don't you just do it? It's like, well, da 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 da. And then maybe you come to find out it's like, well, actually, I went up and tried to do it myself, but I got shot a couple times, and I also left my lucky gun up there. If you bring me back my lucky gun, I'll give you twice as much. And then, like, you could set it up to where maybe you did die up there, and you did drop loot. And if people go get it for you, the first person who gets it and brings it back can get it for you. Or maybe you'll, like, it's... Like, there's a whole bunch of stuff you could do that's a little bit pie in the sky. It would require them.
Yeah, cool. Because my first thought is like, okay, but what if I like, oh, this guy needs some duct tape. I know where there are some. Let me go get some and come back. Oh, he logged in and he's gone now.
Yeah.
Where'd he go?
Well, again, you could set up a notice system where it's like you log in and it's like
a notice board.
Yeah, like when you log in, you'll get the notice X person has accepted your quest, and it'll give you a chance to message them, be like, hey, I just logged in. Let me know when you finish the quest. I'll meet you back there and we can just trade. Or like at the same time, you'd be like, oh, hey, I'll come to you and we'll finish clearing this out together. Or just, something.
Well, Ryan, it sounds like what you're describing is a full-fledged MMO.
Yeah.
And not Fallout 76.
Which is just a Fallout game that allows other people to spawn into your game.
Yeah. And which uses the system from Skyrim, which isn't designed to do that.
Because it's designed to make radiation dragons.
Yeah, and that's the biggest problem is nothing they do to Fallout 76 is going to change the fact that it's running on an engine that's as old as what, Fallout 3?
Yeah. Fallout 76's ultimate problem is that it has the skeletons of a game that is not meant to play the way Fallout 76 wants to play, and everything they do to make it try and work better involves twisting that skeleton into more and more weird shapes.
They just threw in a battle royale mode,
and then the bones are gonna break.
Yeah, that I don't know how much you were watching of that, but like, apparently everything you can do in the normal game is still happening during that battle royale mode. So you're still fighting the mobs that you would normally randomly bump into.
Yep.
So there's one aspect of random chance. The nukes can still be dropped for some reason. I'm not even 100% sure it's a battle royale and the fact that you start with nothing.
Yeah, I need to hear more about that to really figure that part
Because
out.
I can't think of any, unless they make the nuke codes readily available. And you know, I was bringing it up, like Fortnite with its mechanic of building things in its battle royale mode, that's quick. It's an X and an X and an A, an XA, 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 XA left, XA left, A. Like, you can hotkey that shit to be really super quick. It's not that fast in Fallout.
Yeah.
And what's more, the first person, I mean, I guess you can shift into third person. Like the first person angle doesn't help for that kind of, because you're not aware of your surroundings enough.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, Fallout 76, it's inching towards being the best version of what it can be, but the problem is it's starting from such a bad position. I don't think you can ever really get something good out of it.
It's unfortunately something where it can only be so much.
Right. The reason Elder Scrolls Online works so much better is because ZeniMax built a separate engine for it. And yes, there was a lot of issues when it started with people saying this doesn't really feel like Elder Scrolls. But
I also heard there was some problems just with the MMO format. They hadn't quite figured it out yet.
Once they really started ironing that stuff out, it became a lot better.
And what's crazy about that is it's in a way that you can change it. Same situation happens with Anthem. There are coding issues wrong with Anthem.
Right.
That cannot be fixed with a patch or anything. The way the game is developed from the ground up is fundamentally broken.
Right. There are limitations hard-coded into it that prevent it from working.
And Fallout is the same. And unfortunately, it's going to be the exact same situation when Starfield and Elder Scrolls 6 come out.
Right. Unless they build a new engine.
And meanwhile, id over here is like, yeah, we're making brand new engines that can help streaming actually function. Like,
again, as I said then, interesting if true.
Yeah.
I don't know enough about the streaming side of gaming.
I'm just putting out the fact that they're claiming they can do it.
Yeah. I don't know enough about the streaming side of gaming to know how much that's actually gonna even have the potential to work.
I will, however, say, like, I think I mentioned this before, it is very interesting to hear the software side of things on that. Because, you know, we talk, most of the time when we hear about streaming, it's easy to point towards the hardware capabilities.
Yeah, and I think that's what they were kind of talking about when they were talking about how it'll be cheaper for streamers.
Right.
In that a lot of streaming hardware can be very expensive. Like, one of the biggest things is you need really good internet and you need a really good computer.
Yes.
And so by using this slightly cheaper software that could maybe upgrade what you're... Like, essentially, it'd be a software way of upgrading your computer without having to pay for it, which, again...
And the reason why I was kind of laughing about that statement in particular was I'm like, I don't care how good your software is. Just because you made it cheaper to use doesn't mean that the people who are offering the actual streaming services are going to make it cheaper. Like, they're going to keep it at the same price.
Again, there's going to be a lot you have to kind of see about it in action. Again, interesting if true, neat claim if it works, really nice for pushing this forward. You know, it reminds me a lot of at BlizzCon when they were talking about like the way they've been using the Google DeepMind AI with StarCraft 2 to like work with AI stuff. Really interesting ideas. Unfortunately, it's kind of technical to talk about and not really kind of why I'm there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, neat thing. They showed off enough games that it doesn't really bother me that much that they talked about it. I'm gonna have to take a wait and see attitude on it. As for the rest of their games, like, again, we didn't really write down all the games, but I mean,
unfortunately, I forgot to make a list like I did for Microsoft, but I think it's fairly easy to go down the list.
At the same time, also Microsoft had a lot more varied stuff.
Yes, they had 60 games, dude.
Yeah,
fucking crazy.
Where I mean, honestly, I've kind of got my thoughts out on it. Like a lot of the Bethesda games are not necessarily my cup of tea to really play. Like, I like Wolfenstein and Doom as concepts. I'm just not a big player of them. But they both looked really fun.
Ghostline
looked really cool.
The next game from the guys who did Evil Within, which Evil Within 1 had its fair share of problems. Evil Within 2 was a massive step up. Even so much so as they kind of poked fun at Evil Within 1 and, like, you know, kind of brought it back. Like, hey, yeah, we realize what we, you know, Yeah, they managed to do an open world horror game.
Yeah.
Well, sandbox horror game.
Yeah.
Maybe I should be better off to say that, sandbox horror game. So I'm definitely interested to see where that game, was it Ghostline or Ghostwire?
Ghostwire.
Yeah, I'm interested to see where that goes. And see like what animals or what, yokai inspired entities you fight. I really kind of wish we had gotten just a little bit of gameplay, but I realize it's probably really early in production.
Mm-hmm.
They might not have a lot done yet, which that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm not going to bring, I feel a lot of times when you go to E3, if you don't see gameplay, it's a loss. And it's like, there is a method here. They're trying to drum up. You should be excited to hear that there's going to be gameplay,
Yeah.
If this was the second year and we hadn't seen gameplay, then it was Cyberpunk. You know, how it was like, are we going to get any gameplay? No, Keanu Reeves, but we don't. Oh, we got like 5 minutes. We got like 2 seconds of gameplay. Whatever. With this, like I said, I think it was mentioned that they were working on something with that title.
Yeah.
But I don't think we knew anything about it. So it just being like hey, woo, spooky. Like, okay, all right, okay, I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'll take it. Wolfensteins. The Wolfensteins were fine.
Yeah, fuck Nazis.
Fuck Nazis in VR and on every system with a friend.
Yep. I mean, I'm not I wasn't super hyped about Rage 2. It really felt like they were kind of pushing more as a games as service with that one. But I mean, if you like the game, at least you're getting some cool stuff.
From the few reviews I've heard, I think two major problems with Rage 2 is that one, it's a wasteland that really isn't all that filled with anything, which that does fix. But also it's very, very simple to kind of not have to do shit unless you're making yourself do it.
Okay.
Yeah, I have all of these weapons, but none of them are really all that effective except for this one.
Mm-hmm.
And again, it's a very solo player narrative story, still a sandbox open world game, but there's a beginning, middle, and end.
Yeah.
To the game.
And just to clarify something, I think because when they were doing the whole thing, they were talking about like the Ghost expansion, like the Rise of the Ghosts, and also like the weekly updates.
Yeah,
I think what they're saying there is they're doing weekly updates leading up to an expansion. So
right?
It's not
yeah.
Just because I feel like I got a little confused.
Oh
earlier.
yeah, well yeah. I guess it's possible that they're not doing everything. Like past that, they might take a breather.
Like it's not like our idea now is weekly updates as part of the Rise of the Ghosts expansion. It's more like we're going to do these weekly updates for the next few weeks leading up to this expansion, and then that's where we're going to take a little bit of a break because the expansion's out.
Yeah, because like I said, I don't have a for sure feel on like, oh, but I beat Rage 2.
Yeah.
So I need to go back in after a couple of weeks to play with the new mech. Like, even I'm assuming there's like extra stuff to do once you've beaten the main story, but what about after you've maxed that out?
Yeah. But either way, I mean, it's fine for what it was. Again,
I thought the trailer was funny.
Yeah. I liked their little Full House homage. Again, every game that wasn't like one of the Bethesda mains was okay.
Yeah. I'm interested to see how Commander Keen turns out.
Yeah, that looks like pretty fun.
I think that's really cute.
Yeah.
ZeniMax is behind it. So I have reason to at least give it.
So it's not going to run on the Fallout engine.
Yeah, well, yeah, it was more like them do it with Elder Scrolls Blaze and the problems there.
Yeah, I was really interested to hear they didn't mention that they were doing there's another Fallout Shelter type game that's only being released in China, and they just didn't mention it at all. I mean, obviously, because I feel like part of that was because they're only releasing it in China, because China's a much bigger mobile market than America is in a lot of ways. I just felt it was really interesting that they didn't even bring that up. To the point where you wouldn't know if you hadn't the only reason I found out
is it a completely separate game?
I don't
from
know.
Fallout Shelter?
I don't know because there's not a lot of information about it yet.
Okay, well,
but it's it was weird because they brought up Fallout Shelter, but they didn't bring up that. And I just thought it was kind of interesting.
Yeah,
because I would have figured what they would do is announce that it's coming to America too, but
I guess not.
Yeah. Again, ZeniMax is doing more with a lot of Bethesda's IPs than Bethesda is because.
Yeah.
I mean. Because again, Elder Scrolls Online is actually pretty cool. Actually, I mentioned this before. I like the way they kind of did level sync. It's definitely better. It's much more like how they did it in the other Elder Scrolls games, and less so like in certain. Every time I think bad level sync, I think back to Star Wars: The Old Republic, where it's entirely based on what planet you're on. So when you go back to older planets for later level story missions, you get synced down to lower levels anyway.
Okay.
Like how the last mission for the Sith and for the Jedi Warrior both take place on, I think it's Drummond Kaas.
The first starting level?
Yeah, like the first, or I think it's either first or second, like Sith planet you're on.
Wow.
So you're synced down to level 19 fighting the boss.
That's weird.
Yeah. Plus, your companions scale way too much off of stuff that isn't level. So, like the boss just kind of stands there and gets shot by your droid. It's kind of, yeah. But
that's
Elder Scrolls Online actually did it a lot better. Basically, because it opens up all the story quests for you to do. The stories are pretty interesting. They have a lot of the guilds in. Like in the original, I think they only had like the fighters and the mages guild.
Yep.
Now they've got the thieves guild. They've got the dark brotherhood. So like stealing and assassinating are things you can do. They actually had a really cool thing where you can have your character take on different personas. So, like, your character still looks like your character, but it changes their body language. How they how they walk and how they move. So you can have much more of a cocky persona, or, like, if you're more of a stealthy assassin, you have much more of a sneaky persona, which I thought was really cool, actually. I really wish other games would do that, because, like, I mean, it took World of Warcraft, like, 6 expansions to get the orcs to stand up straight. Like, I would really like the ability to customize what your character's personality is, because like again, I don't do a whole lot of like role playing in these games, but I still kind of role play my what's in my character's head when I'm playing through them, kind of as just a personal thing.
Of course.
So like I know kind of how my gnome character in WoW thinks versus how my character in Final Fantasy XIV thinks. Yeah. And like my Final Fantasy XIV character kind of meshes with it, because she's a very brash, kind of headstrong, punchy lady with like Legend of Korra level biceps.
Of course.
Because I have a type, and it's women with biceps.
Fair enough.
But like, you know, sometimes the what's actually going on doesn't always totally mesh with me. But again, that's something that the game just kind of has to work on a little bit.
Well,
and
yeah, because it has to make stories that are generic enough for that any character can slip into it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a problem necessarily with it. Like, again,
MMOs aren't perfect.
Right, MMOs aren't perfect, and
just by design.
I like the story they're telling enough.
Yeah.
To put up with it, but in the same vein, I do kind of want to I want to eventually try Elder Scrolls Online again, because I really thought it was pretty fun for what I did. Like, it started off with you like in a Daedric realm, and you have to break out, and there's a whole.
Oh, I figured you started in a prison.
No, even you're in a Daedric prison.
Oh, there you go.
Yep, bingo. But it was pretty interesting. Unlike everything related to Elder Scrolls 6 and Starfield, which we found out nothing about.
We got nothing.
Yeah, so good job.
We got less than we got last year. Last year we got logos.
Yeah, last year we found out they existed. This year we got nothing.
We got nothing. We did, however, get tons of Doom Eternal.
Yes.
Which we said, well, you just kind of gotta set that guy in motion and watch him go.
Yep.
It's Doom.
Yep, it do what it do.
The Doom Slayer, he slays the Doom.
Okay, I think that's kind of a wrap-up point then.
I think that is. Day 1 has come to an end.
Yep.
Tomorrow is Ubisoft and Square Enix.
Mm-hmm.
I think Devolver is at some point, but I really have no interest in watching Devolver's showcase as much as I do finding out what they talked about.
Yeah.
They have games I'm interested in. Not so much interested in their showmanship.
Yeah.
Like I said, we have Ubisoft and Square Enix, which Square Enix, if it's anything like last year, will be fairly short.
Yeah.
But it'll be packed full of shit.
Because I know that at least some of the 14 team will be there. I think Yoshi P is there.
Oh. Yeah, there'll probably be some kind of they will at least plug Shadowbringers.
Yeah. Hopefully
the stream mics will be all working and the video can play right.
Oh, that was so bad. The last live letter. It was hilarious.
They'll have the whole room until 8.
Yep, they'll have the room till 8.
So he's not mad though.
Honestly, I'm not. It was
no,
fun.
I was talking about Yoshi P.
Yeah, he's not mad. It'll be neat if they have him and Yoko Taro there because they're doing the raid that's the Nier themed one.
Yeah. Well, keep in mind, last year it was very much like a Nintendo Direct, so it was pre-recorded.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure it'll probably be the same.
Okay.
But Yoko Taro might pop out and with his stupid Emil head on.
Yeah. I mean, we're probably not going to hear a whole lot because that's going to be the 24-man raid, and those are in the even-numbered patches. So
cool.
5.1, 5.3, 5.5. So it'll be a while till we hear anything about that. But if Nomura's there, they might have him say stuff about Eden because he's the guest designer for that raid. So they're going to have stuff from him.
We'll probably get a trailer for Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind came out on the Japanese YouTube page today.
Right.
Which is the upcoming paid DLC that's supposed to be the kind of insert.
Yeah.
We'll talk more about that if or it doesn't show up during the Square Enix thing.
Yeah.
Because we might get the same trailer, we might get a different trailer. Who knows? We might get English voice acting. That'll be interesting. And then Ubisoft, I don't know what to expect from Ubisoft anymore.
Yeah.
An Assassin's Creed game, Beyond Good and Evil 2.
I mean, if their Assassin's Creed game is as good as Odyssey, which apparently was really good.
I heard it was okay, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, more so the story and the characters were really hilarious.
Well, until that one DLC came out.
Yeah, that kind of threw a huge heteronormativity wrench into everything.
Oh, yeah, it did.
But yeah, we should probably wrap up about Bethesda.
Yep, we'll wrap up with Bethesda here. So we will see you later, guys, in another conference.
Okay. Remember to brush your teeth. Because Todd Howard won't.